Let me show you how I designed this invitation card in CorelDraw. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. And without any further ado, let's jump straight to the video. But first of all, open your CorelDraw. And welcome to CorelDraw, guys. But before we go into the video, if you think your village people are after you and you don't have that patient enough, you don't have enough patience to watch to the very end of this video, please feel free to go and scroll to the next video. All right, now calm down. The information for this tutorial will be put in the description of this video. I'll put the link for you guys in the description of this video. Now, not all information, because these are sensitive information. Do you understand? Like the picture of the person, I'm not going to put it, but I'll put the background, all the necessary things you need, I'll put it. But the pictures and other things, you're not going to get it. So if you want to get it, go and chat my clients. Anyway, the size we're making use of is 1080 by 1350 in this video. Now, to change your size in CorelDraw, come over to your drawing unit, which is under your property bar. Like I told you, do not rush me. If you think you're in a hurry, go and watch the other videos. All right, come over to your property bar and select pixels. All right, so once you select that, come over to your page dimension and put this to 1080. The first bar there, put it to 1080 by 1350. In case you don't understand, you guys have not seen me for a long time. I believe you have eaten eba and ewedu and banga, and you have taken everything away from you. So now, next thing we're going to do is we are going to double click on our rectangle tool. Before you start designing in CorelDraw, this is the first thing you're going to do. Without that, you're doing nothing. All right, basically double click on this rectangle tool. Automatically it will bring itself to the workspace, which is the white thing you're seeing on the screen. All right, so now after that, you'll see we have a black stroke. It's called a black stroke or an outline. Do you understand? In case you don't understand, that means you know you're not subscribed. Now, to remove this outline, I always tell you guys, I always recommend you guys to always take it out in every design you're doing. Now, to take it out, come back to this thumbnail. You will see a white dot under your color palette by the right hand side. You will see a white box that has a red line strike. Please right click on it, it will remove it this way. All right, so in case you don't understand, okay, so the next thing we're going to do is import our images, backgrounds and all to this for the tutorial. All right, so now what we're going to do is come back to file, select import. Do you understand? Select import, then come back to where the file is saved. Now these are all the informations we're going to make use of. Now I'm going to select everything. Like, go and select everything. I'm going to just click and drag over here. Do you understand? Hope you're following me. All right, so if you look closely to this image, you notice one has a transparent background, one does not. So I took out the background. So if you don't know how to take it out, please go and watch my other classes. All right, so I'm going to delete this one because we're going to make use of the one without the the background. All right, so now what we're going to do is, if you come over to this text over here, these are the text we're making use of. All right, so basically these are the names of the fonts we'll be making use of in this tutorial. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over to this and scale this up this way. All right, I'm going to scale this one up also. All right, now this background is called marble background. It's called marble. Do you know how tiles are? Tiles. You know what tiles is? Sure, you know what tiles is? Tiles, the one in your room. There are ones that has some designs, like some things going on it. Those things are called marble designs. They are called marble, right? So when you type green marble, you will get this. If you type gold marble, you will get something like this on gold, on different colors. You understand? Now this is it. I'm going to right click and select power clip. Then this arrow will come up. Then I'm going to use the arrow and place it inside this frame. So right about that, what we're going to do is right click and select edit power clip. Now somebody will ask me, why am I selecting edit power clip? If you look at this this background, as I power clipped it, it is not fitted to this frame. You can see some of the part is going out, like it is not fitting. All right, so right click and select edit power clip, then go into the frame. For those of you who understand what I'm saying, I'm trying to tell me that I talk too much. Yeah, I no send you, sha. My own is understand. Once you understand, I'm fine. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, I don't like the way the background is kind of it's too visible, so I'm going to use my transparency tool. Transparency tool is either used to hide or reveal. Well, that's you, sha. If you like, understand. If you like, don't. Now you see, once you click on your transparency tool and select the object, once you select the subject or the object, which is this background, you will see this line with a 0 by the right. Now if you select this one, drag it, increase it, it will hide it. That's why I said it's either used to hide or reveal. So if I bring it to the left, it's revealing. If I bring it to the right, it's hiding. So I'm going to use 74% because I don't want it to be that obvious in the background. Do you understand? Do you understand? I don't know if I'm talking to myself. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, you can see somebody will still ask me, why am I using this color of background? Now if you look at, is an 80 years an 80 years birthday celebration. So from the subject here, she's putting on gold and a green. All right, she have it's called, you can call it a teal green. All right, this is called teal green and gold. So that's why I brought this teal green background. All right, is it? Yeah, the teal green. Still green, Abby. Yes, it's still green. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring in this background. I want to make use of it, right? So I want to just cut part of this background. So I'm going to go to shape tool. I'm going to select my shape tool and cut out just the part I want to make use of, right? Now follow me so that you understand. Now put your a node here. What is a node? A node is this palm you're seeing there, that dot you're seeing there. This thing is very tiny, but you can see it. Look at it there. To add it, double click on that line. Yes, that one. Not stop looking at me. That line you're seeing there. Now you can see another node here. Drag it here. If you don't understand what all these things are, go and watch my beginners class. All right. Now I'm going to drag this over here. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to right click and select to curve. To curve means this line, this is on line. So if I want to curve it, like curve, do you understand? Meaning I'm going to right click, select to curve, then you will see this, there's an arrow sign here, there's an arrow sign here. I don't know if you can see it. If you cannot see it, use eye gauge to see it, or use your glasses. Now I'm going to drag this is the arrow I'm talking about. Drag one here, following this line. You can see this line here. That is just what I want to cut out. You can see this line, this shape, that's, you know, that's Mingrimos. All right, so drag it over here and leave that to that. Now you're gonna basically bring this one down here. All right, so this is the shape I just want to get. So I'm going to just drag this one up this way, drag it up this way, and I'm going to scale this one up again. Right click and select power clip to bring it into the frame. Now look at the difference between power clip and non-power clip. Look at the way it is. Now let me power clip it into the frame. You can see it has cut out, right, the exact shape of the frame we're working with. Now this is what you're going to have. Now the next thing we're going to do is, I want to apply a shadow to this. All right, I want to apply a shadow to this. So I'm going to select my shadow tool on my tools bar. If you don't understand shadows, go and watch my beginners class. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click and drag this way. So once I click and drag, I've applied the shadow. So to reduce this shadow, you can either increase the shadow. You can see we're increasing. You can decrease. Now I've just increased a bit. I don't want it to be obvious. You guys like jam packing things on designs to make it boo boo boo. You think that is design? Well, that's your business. Now stop putting a lot of things on your design. Make it simple. All right, simple. To reduce the shadow, we're going to reduce it to 10 on our property bar. All right, once we reduce it, this is what you're going to do. Right, you're going to break it apart. Once you break it apart, this is your shadow. You can see it. Bring it forward a bit. Right, once you bring it forward a bit, select your eyedropper tool, pick a color here, just drop it on the shadow. Do you understand what I did? Voila, I need to explain everything. Do you understand what I did? Now you can see your shadow have changed color from black to the teal green, right? Now leave it to that. But I think I don't like the way the shadow is. I think I'll prefer this type of shadow. Let's use this. Let's go to the presets. All right, and use this shadow. All right, so we're going to make use of this shadow, this one. Let's select the presets. Let's select this one. So drag it to this spot, but it's still not giving me what I want. Wait, I'm applying this shadow to the wrong one. So let's delete this shadow first. Let's delete the one we have before. So let's apply a new one. Select your shadow tool, drag this over here. Now come over to your presets. Now you can see it has affected correctly. Now drag this one here, right? Drag it. You can see the curve. You can see the curve of shadow. Let me increase it so you see it. You can see it. So decrease it so you have something like this. Now give it this color. But before you apply the color, break it apart. You can break shadow apart using Ctrl+K. All right. Break it apart using Ctrl+K. So once you do that, once you break it apart, give it this color. You can see the teal green. In case you don't understand what I did here, I know it's somehow confusing, but it's very simple. Watch closely, you understand. I'm going to bring this guy here. All right, I'm going to bring this guy here, place it here, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring this celebrant over here. But the color of this image is kind of something I don't like. So I'm going to come over to Effect, select, adjust, select. Let's go to Image Adjustment Lab. All right. So let's work on this temperature first of all. Then come over to saturation and let's rework it. It's too shouty kind of. Let's try on the tint. Leave the tint to 0 because I don't understand what it's giving me. Now let's work on the contrast. Click on OK. Now what you're going to do is bring this one down. All right, increase it. Now you're going to just make sure she is seated properly. All right, make sure she's seated properly. Just make sure she is seated properly. Now bring this guy down, bring the seat down. Now bring this one here. All right, you can reduce it this way. Just make sure she is sitting on the chair. You understand? So I think this works better. So I'm going to just right click and select power clip, place it into this frame, then go into the frame, then scale this up this way. Make sure you're scaling it up with the chair itself. All right, don't just scale and start redoing it by yourself or what anything. Now this is what you're going to have, guys. All right, this is what you're going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to come over to this text, copy this. Let's copy from here, then we're going to paste it over here, reduce and bring it over here. Now the next thing you're going to do is let's cut this, place it just right here. Now this 80, we're going to make something from it. This is what we're going to do. Let's select ellipse tool, draw this way. Let me give it a line, bring this one here, right? Bring this one over here, scale it up this way. Now let's increase this, bring this one, bring this one. All right, so this is what we're going to have for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this guy here, but let's make it bigger. All right, so now let me select this, and use my trim to trim it. If you don't understand what I'm doing here, please go and watch my beginners class. This video is taking too long. For those of you who your village people are after, I don't want to delay you. Now what you're going to do is basically this. All right, this is what you're going to do. Bring this one, make it smaller. All right, then bring another one here, scale it up this way. All right, once you scale it up this way, this is what you're going to have. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is basically drag this one down here. All right, so once you do that, bring this one here. Okay, so once you do that, you bring this guy here. This is what you are going to have. Now this one is kind of looking small. All right, it's kind of looking small, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add it, add this here. All right, so I'm going to just basically make this way so that it will fit into this. This is what I'm trying to do, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce this one, bring it here. All right, so once I do that, click on trim and remove this. So the next thing you're going to do is, I think it's still small. All right, so let me do this, and this is fine, right? So the next thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to bring in this guy here and leave that to that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to scale this up, delete this one. All right, and bring this guy here. So let me increase this one again. Let me increase it again. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our ellipse tool, sorry, our rectangle tool, and place this just right here. Do you understand? Then select this one, then click on trim. So once you break that, this is what you're going to have. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just click on this and click on weld. So we're going to weld everything together. Now I think this is kind of a bit tiny, so let me use my contour tool and increase it. Apply your contour here. All right, so this is better. All right, so this is better. So what we're going to do is, but let's reduce it again. All right, so this is fine. So we're going to select break contour apart by right clicking. Then we're going to just click on weld to weld everything together. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over to this, delete the 80 since we have our 80 here already. Now the next thing we're going to do is break this apart, Now what we're going to do is we're going to break apart using Ctrl+K. So the font we'll be making use of this is called Trajan Pro. Alright, so this is Trajan Pro. We're going to leave this one here, bring it just right here, and reduce it. And once you do that, this is what you're going to have. So the next thing we're going to do is copy this name of this font. This is the name of the font we'll be making use of. Alright, this is the name of the font we're making use of for this one. So I'm going to just bring this guy here. And for this guy, we're making use of the same font. We're going to bring this guy here. Do you understand? So I'm going to scale this one down and scale this one up. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring this guy here, scale it up this way, make sure it's properly aligned, then scale this one down again, and bring this guy here. And that is it, guys. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to scale this up and bring it just right here and leave that to that. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in my interactive fill tool, drag this way. All right, then I'm going to come over to this and drag this over here, give it this color. Let's give it this light color. All right, now come over to this, add a node, select here, give it the dark one, give it the dark gold. All right, so we can just drag this one in here again and select this. Then we're going to bring it just over here, bring this one here. So this one is a bit dark, so what I'm going to do is I'll just drag it up a bit. Do you understand? So over here I'm going to add another node. Over here I'm going to give it light gold. All right, I'm going to give it light gold. So over here I'm going to add dark one. So for this one I'm going to add the light one. So let me just select this one. So let me select this and bring this guy over here. So over here I'm going to just make this one light gold. So let me bring this guy here and bring this guy here. So in case you don't understand, please make sure you're subscribed. Watch this video carefully. That's why I said do not be in a hurry. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my shadow tool. All right, select my shadow tool, give it a shadow, then come over to my preset. Then this is the shadow, drag it over here. Then you can break the shadow apart, Ctrl+K. All right, then you can bring this shadow down here just this way. All right, now this shadow, when you print it, it will be too strong. Do you understand? So come over to bitmap, convert it to bitmap. All right, when you convert it to bitmap, come over to your transparency tool, fade this out so that it will be a bit light. So when you're printing it, it will be balanced. Now over here we're going to select our eyedropper tool and pick a color over here. So once you pick a color, come over to this and just drop it on this one. Do you understand? For this guy, we're going to drop this color for this guy. All right, we're going to just copy this color and let me see, I don't know, use copy fill here and leave that to that. But for this, I think we're going to bold this so it doesn't go hidden. All right, so basically you're going to drag this guy here, bring it down a bit. All right, then for this guy, we're going to just bring this over here and use your mirror tool to flip it to the other side. Then we're going to just increase it this way. Then right click and select power clip, place it into this frame. All right, so once you do that, this is what you are going to have. The next thing you're going to do is we're going to basically bring this guy here and scale it up this way. Now this is the name of this woman. So for this, I'm going to reduce this. All right, bring it to this spot. All right, I'm going to reduce it and bring it to this spot. So once I do that, this is what I'm going to have. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just take these guys up a bit. Take it up a bit. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Trajan Pro for this guy. All right, so once you're done with that, give it this color, that's the teal green. We're going to break it apart using Ctrl+K on your keyboard. All right, Ctrl+K. Then for this one, this is a nickname. Do you understand? This is a nickname. Then I'm going to copy this color. Let's pick a color from here and drop it over here. Do you understand? If you don't understand, that means you're not subscribed to my channel. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to convert this text. All right, we're going to copy the date, time, and venue. Copy this way. Then we're going to just convert to this and paste it. So once you paste it, cut this one. All right, cut it this way. Use Ctrl+K to break it apart. Then for this one, I am going to bring this guy here. Then the font I'll be making use of is called this guy. Okay, I'll put the names for you guys. I'm just calling it guy so that you understand. So I'm going to just scale it up, give it this color, then bring it down this way. And for this guy, I'm going to use let's use poppins. All right, let's use poppins. Then and bring this guy here, give it this color. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here and put dates. All right, I'm going to give it the teal green, reduce this, bring it down. All right, so once you do that, you're going to reduce this guy, bring your rectangle tool, put a line here, give it teal green color, bring this guy here, then just put it to the head of this guy. Make it small, though. It's not that necessary, right? It's not that important. So as I'm making it small, do you understand? Do you understand? You guys have not seen me for a long time and you've not asked. Huh? You have not asked about me. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one here and time it. We're going to time it. Time. Capital letter. Alright. So once you do that, make sure this one is also aligned properly. Alright, so once you do that, we're going to make use of this. So we have already time over here, so we're going to remove this guy, then put this one here, then just give it small font. Small what? So more font. Small words, small font. God bless you. Small font. So this font and this font has to be the same, and that is it. Now I'm going to drag this guy here again, and we're going to time it what? Venue. So once we time it venue, we're going to just make sure this one is also aligned to this. And but I was thinking to make it uniform, let's leave it the way it is. So now I'm going to just bring this guy here, bring this guy here, and we're going to make use of these poppins, or leave it to this Trajan Pro, leave it, or poppins. Let's use poppins. All right, so that is it, guys. For this one, use your shape tool, reduce the spacing this way, and that is it. Nothing much, nothing more, nothing less. Say no more. All right, so I think this popping is kind of not popping, so I'm going to use monster art. It's not giving me what I need. All right, so we're going to make use of monster art. Now the next thing you're going to do is select monster art. So this is giving me what I want. So I'm going to basically bring this, scale it up this way, and bring it down over here. So we're going to reduce this. So we're just basically going to be adjusting till we get what we want. So for this one and this one, I'm going to bring this one here. Let me just select this and select this. Let me see what I selected. So I'm selecting this shadow, and this one. This thing is not selecting the way I want. So select this both. I'm sorry if this is difficult, but please guys, it is necessary you understand. All right, now I'm going to just I'm just adjusting, guys. I'm adjusting the image. Then I'm going to just scale this one up, and bring this guy in here, and that is it, guys. So I'm just trying to make a way for this text to align properly. All right, so I'm going to just bring this guy here, and bring this guy here. So for this one, make it big a bit, make sure it is same with this and same with this. So we're going to bring this guy here and bring this guy here. Do you understand? So once you do that, select this and scale it up, because it is very, very necessary you scale that up. Now we're going to just bring this one over here and make sure they are aligned together. Now the next thing you're going to do is bring in this and place it in here. Now we're not going to make this obvious, right? We're going to take it inside this frame, and I'm going to use our transparency to fade out this edge, fade out this way. All right, so we're going to just fade it out this way. Then make this, we're going to hide that just a little bit, and that is it, guys. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in this guy, scale it up, bring it down. But for this guy, I think I need to rotate it. I'm going to rotate it because this part is kind of big, which I don't like. Now, all right, so this is what we're going to have. I just want to make it just a little bit, just not that much, but just little. Do you understand? So in case we miss out anything, this is how I made this invitation card in CorelDraw. If you have no question, please drop me a comment in the comment section below. But I think there's a mistake somewhere. This stuff is kind of small, so I'm going to make sure this is aligned properly. This is aligned properly. Okay, All right, so what I just did was I wanted this and this to be on the same measurement. So this is how I designed this invitation card in CorelDraw. So if you have any question, please drop me a comment in the comment section below and give this video a thumbs up. See you guys in my next video.